We have an excerpt from a very great video for you, details of an idea we've long explored. Now, Calexit is about California itself becoming independent, but everybody who's familiar with California history knows that California actually included Baja North and Baja South at one point. Actually, they're actually still called California Baja Sur, California Baja North. So California was actually the entire Baja Peninsula, and California was actually the real California. This takes a look at that again and imagines. We're not necessarily endorsing it, but it does provide a lot of information, and it lets you know how ridiculously awesome California would be independent from America. We'll show you that all in just a second. You can look in the description to watch the full video. Let's get right to it.
Sounds good. In this video, we're not just going to look at this California, just a state in the US. We're going to look at California as a whole, the region of California, which includes two states from Mexico as well, Baja California and Baja California Sur, which literally mean Lower California and Lower California South. So it would be a serious offense if they're counted out in this. So a little burn for both the US and Mexico. It's completely unlikely that the US and Mexico would let these states just break away. But it's always fun to just think about and imagine what would really happen if California became an independent nation right now. One thing's for sure, California would be a global superpower. So for this, we combine California, the state, and the entire peninsula of Baja California, where we get the 49th biggest country in the world, having a land area of around 570,000 square kilometers, making it even bigger than France or any other European country except for Ukraine and Russia. Yeah, it would be kind of big, but the thing to look at here would be the coastline it gets. This combination would give California the coastline of more than 4,600 kilometers, which according to the CRS is longer than the east coast of the United States. No, we're not going to get into this coastline paradox thing for now, but we're definitely going to look at these two ports California would get, the Port of Los Angeles and the Port of Long Beach, which are the two biggest ports in not just North America, but the entire Western Hemisphere. These two ports are responsible for more than 44% of the total imports of the US. Now, since California as an independent nation, the US could actually pay California to use these ports, or the US could just build newer ports or expand the existing ones in Oregon or Washington. Either way, it would be really costly for the US and really beneficial for California. And getting into the city of Los Angeles, LA is the third biggest city in North America and of course the biggest in California with a metropolitan population of more than 13.5 million people. Los Angeles is a really important city for the US, especially in the field of economy. The recent GDP of Los Angeles metropolitan city is more than $1 trillion, which is more than half that of Canada's GDP. So losing this gigantic city along with San Francisco and San Diego would be detrimental for the US. And on the other side, Mexico would lose the city of Tijuana and Mexicali. Sacramento would barely make the list of top 10 biggest cities in California, but it is where the government of California is located and is the capital of California, the state right now. So would it be the capital of the Republic of California? Probably yes, it would be the capital city. Mexico and especially the US would lose a lot of people, approximately 44 million for this in California. That would be more than enough for California to surpass the countries like Canada, Australia, or Poland. That would make it the third most populated country inside of North America. Now getting into economy, students, because that's the field where California would thrive even as an independent nation. The recent GDP of California is around $3.5 trillion, which already makes California the richest state inside of the US. Combining that of Baja California, the economy would get on around $3.7 trillion, which means California would come out as fifth richest country in the entire world. The economy of California is staggering. This makes it even richer than the countries like UK, India, and France, just a little behind Germany and Japan. And getting back to his home continent, Canada, with a GDP of $2 trillion, will drop from being the second richest country in North America to be the third one. Well, that's amazing, and divide that GDP with 44 million, even the GDP per capita of California would be more than $84,000.
So you get the idea. You can watch the full video in the description below. We just wanted to show you the excerpts about the economic and cultural power of California. I will point out one thing. It is not possible to replace California ports anywhere in America. I worked in freight movement. The other ports in Seattle and Washington are landlocked. So there's only so much land you can build near the port area. They can't expand to replace the amount of goods movement that would be lost by losing Los Angeles. If Los Angeles left, America couldn't actually replace the amount of goods throughput by expanding its existing ports in Oregon, Washington, Savannah, Georgia, Texas, or New York and New Jersey. Those are the other major port areas. Simply put, LA, San Francisco, San Diego represent too large an area, and if they were gone, the U.S. would never be able to build out the remaining infrastructure left at its available port complexes to replace that. They just lose. So that's why they would have to allow the ports in California to keep moving goods, because they literally couldn't replace them. Enjoy.